Hi everyone, today I want to show you a quick flower that you can make that resembles a rose. I've actually seen this flower quite a lot made by other paper flower artists, and I think I'm going to offer this as a free template. It might have to give me some time to get this PDF ready and available for download somewhere. I do have a website, it's just not up yet, and I've been meaning to get it up, but that hasn't happened yet. But this, I'm going to offer it as a free template. There will be a download somewhere. I will let you know at the bottom of the description box. If it's not there yet, then I have not gotten it ready yet, but I will do that. And so I just want to go over some basics. This is a 4-inch wide hexagon. This is a 4-inch, I believe it's 4-inch, this is a 3.5-inch wide petal. This is a 4-inch wide petal, and this is a 4.5-inch wide petal. And this paper is 65-pound cardstock, or 176 grams per square meter, I believe. And so 65-pound cardstock can be found at any craft store. This particular color is called Fireball Fuchsia. I want to get all those out of the way. I usually get questions on that, so I wanted to square that away. And there's 6 pieces per shape. So per size, because I have a hexagon. And what I want to start off doing is use my bone folder to curl the petals. I want to give it a nice round curl. If you have something large and broad shaped, like a rolling pin or something, this would be really nice to use to curl. It gives it a nice little bend at the end of the petal. So this is what it should look like. I hope I'm showing that right, but gives it a slight curl. I want to do that for all of the petals. And this shape is actually really easy to make. On my computer, I just drew a circle, and then I drew what looked like an ice cream cone on the bottom of it halfway through to give that sort of round petal shape. It's not a difficult template to make. If you wanted to create it yourself, you can use a protractor to create, I think it's a protractor, to create circles and then draw lines to give it a base, kind of like I said, the ice cream cone shape. It's not difficult, and to be quite honest, this is really not one of my favorite templates. There's something about it that I particularly don't like to make myself. I think maybe I'm just not good at making a flower with this particular petal shape, because I've seen some really amazing flowers with this shape. And I'm sure that anyone else who's making this can do it way better than I can. But I thought I'd share. This is all the petals lined up. I just want a slight slit at the bottom. Now I hardly ever measure, so it is about 1.5 inches. And for the second layer, I just cut a slit that's slightly longer. I just eyeball it. The last one has slightly longer than this petal. Looks about right. And like, if you've watched any of my other videos, what you have to do then is just glue the slits together. So just add a line of glue and then just glue it together. So I'll do that for all of my petals. Alright, and that should be my last petal. What I've been doing is, as I'm gluing those two flaps together, I'm also keeping the curl together. So I just kind of press it just a little so it maintains that curl. Oops, this one came apart. Okay, and the next thing is just gluing the petals around this hexagon. And so, starting with the largest petal, all you need to do is add a little bit of glue to the bottom. And then glue it using the hexagon as a guide. I'm not sure if you're picking it up on the camera, but as the glue is still hot, it kind of makes the paper a little bit purple. It'll go away. So if you're making this for the first time and you're wondering why your paper is changing colors, it's just the heat. But it will cool down and it'll go back to normal. Now I'm just ready for the second layer. And I'm going to glue that in between the first layer of petals, so if in between each of the petals. You know, what's funny is that I've tried to make this flower many times. I didn't really like the result, and as I'm making it on camera, I don't think it's that bad. Alright, and then the very last layer in between the petals from before. What I may do until I get my website up is just upload this to my Google Drive account, and then have a link for the download in the description box, so that if you want to make this flower, you can go ahead and do so. And I hope I'll use it as a guide to how I put together my other templates. I slipped this one underneath the other petal that I started with so that it looks nice and round. I think the reason why I'm not liking the look so much is I can't get the curls to stay consistent between sheets of paper. But this is done, and if you saw my other video on So I like to press some of the strips down just to give it more volume. I tend to like gluing my petals closer together, but if you wanted, you could have used a 5-inch wide hexagon and spaced it out a little bit more. You could have also added another layer of these petals so that it's a little bit more round or circle rather than like this, if I'm making any sense. But I do like the result. I'm not sure why I never really liked it before. I think I prefer my other roses. But anyway, I will get the PDF for this template uploaded, and it should be in the description box. If it's not, it's just not ready. But I will get it up. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.